Matthew Zuggy here from Verity Baptist Church, Manila, providing you with another video on the topic of Calvinism and limited atonement. And what I want to talk about in this video was the argument from Calvinists that the Bible teaches Jesus only died for many, or he died for the elect, or he died for the church. And so they'll point to various verses that specify exactly who Jesus is talking about. Like we'll talk about how he died for the church, or he died for many. And they'll say, well, see, he didn't die for everybody. And so they'll say, well, all those verses where it says Jesus died for all, the all there is in reference just to the sheep, or just to the church, or just to the elect, or just to many, but not unto all. But, that's a foolish argument, and here's the reason why. If I told you that, I preached a sermon on Sunday morning, and I was preaching to single men at our church, okay? Now, there are single men at Verity Baptist Church, Manila. And, it is true that on Sunday morning I was preaching to single men at our church. But, I was also preaching to married men. I was also preaching to single women. I was also preaching to married women, as well as single women, married men, single men. I was preaching to kids. I was preaching to everybody. And so just because there's a verse that you point to in the Bible where it talks about how Jesus died for the elect, it doesn't mean that he didn't die for the others that didn't get saved. And there's verses that make it very clear that he died for everybody. Now, if you were to just look at that verse, you'd say, okay, he died for everybody. Then you see another verse where it says, well, he just died for many, or died for the elect. Look, it doesn't mean that he didn't die for everyone. It just means that in those verses, he's specifying a certain group of people. Just like if I said, I preached my Sunday morning sermon and I was preaching to single men at a church. Look, there was a church full of people. I wasn't just preaching to single men. I was preaching to a lot of different people. And so when you look at verses like that, don't get shaken by a Calvinist showing you one verse that says he died for the elect. That doesn't mean he didn't die for the unelect. It just means that he's specifying a certain group of people that he did die for there. But there's also other people that he died for as well. Thank you, and God bless.